Sabrina Carpenter calling out Barry Keoghan. At least that's what the internet thinks, but honestly, I think it's Shawn Mendes she's really calling out, and we're gonna get into all of that. Plus,
no wonder Sabrina Carpenter used a highly controversial photo as the cover of her new album, and no one realized that it was the most revenge on Barry Keoghan. Firstly, the album cover was created by Sabrina in collaboration with renowned photographer Petra Collins. She stated in Interview magazine that the hair being pulled posture in the picture is not simply a provocation, but is used to satirize the power imbalance in emotional relationships. What she wants to explore is how the outside world misunderstands women's expressiveness and initiative. Secondly, this image is also seen as a counterattack against ex-boyfriend Dan.
Sabrina Carpenter just fired shots, and someone's in the crosshairs. Fans are scrambling to decode the lyrics, but forget the Barry Keoghan theories. Here's where the truth hits hard. All signs point to Shawn Mendes. She didn't just drop a song, she lit a fuse. And it gets even messier. I'm telling you, this sounds like Shawn Mendes. But first, let's rewind the drama. Sabrina met Barry Keoghan back in September 2023 at Paris Fashion Week. Just 3 months later, they were already being spotted together in LA, sparking rumors fast. Their vibe was chill, but not hidden. Paparazzi caught enough to keep the internet buzzing. But that's just the beginning. Barry started showing up everywhere Sabrina went. He backed her at the ERAS tour. He hit the Grammys after party. He was even at the Met Gala with her. Well, kind of. They posed at the end of the carpet and people went nuts. And then came the Please, Please, Please music video. And that's when everything exploded. People couldn't believe it.
So last night at the VMAs, Sabrina Carpenter performed her song Taste in front of Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. A lot of people find it funny and are making jokes about it, and here's why. Sabrina's song Taste has been widely speculated to be about her brief relationship with Shawn Mendes, and now he reportedly left her to go back to Camila Cabello. Shawn and Camila first dated from 2019 to November 2021. Then in February 2023, people thought Sabrina and Shawn were dating because they were spotted in public a few times. And sources even confirmed to Entertainment Tonight that they were dating each other. But then, a month later, he was seen at Coachella kissing Camila, and then they stayed together until June 2023. Anyways, fans have speculated that multiple songs off of Sabrina's album Short and Sweet are about her brief romance with Shawn Mendes, and most specifically Taste, because the lyrics to the chorus are, I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you. So that's why a lot of people found it funny when they realized that both Shawn and Camila were in the audience when Sabrina was performing the song.
Sabrina had literally put her boyfriend in the video, and fans lost their minds. Everyone was obsessed. They were called the cutest unexpected couple of the year. But this next twist? Game-changing. By the end of 2024, it was over. Quiet. No drama, just done. And by then, Sabrina was everywhere. Her career had gone nuclear. She wasn't just rising, she was dominating. Now here's where it gets insane. She had the espresso summer, and the world couldn't get enough. Sabrina was everywhere. TikTok, Billboard, every playlist you could imagine. It was the biggest spotlight of her career. But it didn't stop there. Barry was blowing up too. His schedule was packed, and with both of them chasing success, the spark just faded. No scandal, just distance.
2 days before going to hang out with my ex, express I'm gonna go hang out with my ex because I have unresolved feelings. Maybe instead of 2 days, it could have been 2 weeks.
But then came June 2025. Sabrina dropped a brand new single called Manchild, and the internet immediately started connecting dots. Was it about Barry? Was she calling him out? Just wait until you hear this part. With the summer anthem crown still up for grabs, fans were dying for another espresso-level banger. People were screaming, Sabrina's about to save the summer again? But this next part? Straight up wild. Fans couldn't figure out if Manchild was a leftover from the Short and Sweet era or a whole new chapter. Some thought it came too fast. Others hoped it meant a full album was on the way. The theories were non-stop. But here's where the mask falls off. Sabrina's done this before. Random singles with no album attached. And yep, Manchild followed that same pattern. Just one track, one message, and one very obvious target. And then came the bombshell.
Shawn Mendes seemingly addressing his rumored love triangle with Sabrina Carpenter and Camila Cabello.
It felt like a short and sweet leftover, but with venom. Manchild had the same vibe, but this one came with edge. The rollout? savage. Billboards started popping up everywhere. One read, "I swear they choose me. I'm not choosing them." Another just said, "Hey men," and that's all it took. It spirals from here. Fans went wild. Someone even joked, "Barry is a dead man walking alive." The blame was instant. But then, the song actually dropped, and here's where it gets insane. Because when you listen closely, it doesn't feel like it's about Barry, not really. And if it is, then yeah, it's cold. But this next part, game-changing. Because what if Man-Child wasn't for Barry at all? What if the real target was Shawn Mendes? Think back. There's been major drama there, and it involves none other than Camila Cabello, making this a full-on rumored love triangle. And it gets darker from here.
Do you like
Sabrina were first spotted together in LA, early 2023. Dating rumors flew, but not long after. Shawn's kissing Camila at Coachella. Boom, back with the ex. That's when everything unraveled. And in 2024, Sabrina wasn't staying quiet. She dropped tracks like Coincidence and Dumb and Poetic, and fans were already whispering, "These are for Shawn." The drama only gets deeper. Fans are convinced this one hits different, and it hits Shawn Mendes hard. The lyrics? Brutal. In Man-Child, Sabrina sings, "You said your phone was broken, just forgot to charge it." And in Coincidence, the line is, "What a surprise, your phone just died." Now here's where the truth hits hard. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern, and it's screaming Shawn. Then it gets even more savage.
I think all of us were really interested to see the Sabrina, Camila, Shawn performances tonight at the VMAs. And first of all, the fact they put Shawn Mendes right after Sabrina was so funny to me. But why are they giving Taste music video IRL in this photo? Like, Sabrina is in a full white outfit with Camila in the full black outfit, giving like the Jenna Ortega character, and then Shawn Mendes as like the love interest guy. I'm sorry, but like the juxtaposition between these two was like very apparent in the Taste music video, and then this being like the real life love triangle, but also having that is so wild. But I also do need to say all of them killed their performances. I was so impressed by all of them. Like, Sabrina ate that mashup up with the choreo, the coming down on the diamond. Camila did such a good job with the June gloom in the beginning. Cut off the laptop with her blonde hair to reveal her new brunette hair, amazing. And Shawn also had a great like performance. Singing live, he sounded great, but I had to point out that like the Taste in real life is real, and it's there, and it's so funny.
In Man-Child, she says, "Why so sexy if so dumb?" And back in Dumb and Poetic, she called someone so dumb and poetic. But this next part, straight up wild. These aren't just vibes, they're almost carbon copies. The way she's tying these lyrics together, it's like she's leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for anyone paying attention. And that's when the tables turned. Sabrina confirmed Man-Child was written right after finishing Short and Sweet. She posted about it herself, said it was just a random Tuesday with Amy and Jack, but called it the best random Tuesday of her life. Just wait until you hear this part. She described the song as the score to her mental montage of chaotic, confusing, fun, young adult years. That's not just a breakup song. That's a personal era being put to bed. And it goes completely off the rails now. It's giving loving eye-roll energy with a scream-out-the-window vibe. And Sabrina said that's exactly the point. She called Man-Child the kind of song you blast on a never-ending summer road trip. In her own words, stick your head out the car window and scream it all summer long. But then everything changed.
The singer dishing all about the alleged entanglement on John Mayer's SiriusXM show, How's Life?
I'm always gauging whether or not it's worth talking about the details in these situations, but like, for instance, being with someone 2 days before seeing your ex and communicating 2 days before that you're going to go hang out with your ex.
Because right after thanking fans for listening, she ends with, "Thank you, men, for testing me." That wasn't a joke. That was a message. Brace yourself for this one. The track is live, the video drops at 10 p.m. Eastern, and the clues are all lined up. This isn't just a bop. It's a breakup grenade. And the target? Shawn Mendes. And here's where it really explodes. Think about the timeline. She wrote this just after rapping Short and Sweet, and back then, she was still dating Barry. So why would she be shading him? She wouldn't. Not unless something went horribly wrong, and nothing did. But this next lyric, it changes everything. In Man-Child, she sings, "Why so sexy if so dumb? How you survived the earth so long? If I'm not there, it won't get done. I choose to blame your mom." Here's where the mask falls off. That line wouldn't make sense if it was about Barry, because Barry lost his mom when he was young. Mentioning a mother like that? That's a low blow he didn't deserve, which means one thing. It's not about Barry. It's about someone else. Because if this was about Barry, it would be way out of line. And fans know it. That's why so many are agreeing. This was for Shawn Mendes. Case closed.
As for what Shawn could be referring to, well, Shamila broke up in 2021, but they were spotted locking lips again at Coachella last year.
Oh my God, like we're kissing now.
Camila even wrote lyrics alluding to her weekend with Shawn at the music festival in her track, June Gloom, sharing this version of the song at the time.
Are you coming to Coachella? If you don't, it's whatever. If you do, honey, it'll be all I think about.
But things were about to explode. With Man-Child, Sabrina didn't just drop a single. She reopened the entire Song of the Summer debate. People were hyped, expecting another espresso-style anthem. But then, some fans pushed back. And that's when the tables turned. They said it sounded too much like the Short and Sweet era, too similar, too safe. But when you realize it was written during that time, it all tracks. The vibe, the tone, the lyrics. This wasn't built to compete, it was meant to close a chapter. Now here's where it gets insane. While Man-Child stirs drama, others are looking elsewhere for that summer-defining track. Phineas and Ash's band, The Favors, just dropped Little Mess You Made, and people are calling it a sleeper hit. But this next twist? Game-changing. All eyes are now on Lorde. Rumors say she's about to drop a new album, and if that happens, it might be game over for everyone else. The real chaos starts here. Because while Sabrina may have ended her mystery with Man-Child, the war for Song of the Summer is just getting started.